Hi guys, Nancy Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, you guys, I'm back after several days. You know what? I had to work things out in my head. Sometimes I can't just finish a page within even a couple days. I have to think about what I want to do and what colors I want to use. And so anyway, we left off here where we had done all the layers of all of the papers and napkins and book pages and all that. Okay, so we have more steps to make this look like, I like everything to look like it's an old wall, an old door, graffiti. That's the style I love to do. So, but I did want to show you this because I finished it. Doesn't this look fabulous? I hope you guys like it. Again, doesn't this look like an old wall, like very graffitied old wall? Like you went past the old wall and it's been years of paint and advertisements and some graffiti on there and the paint's peeling. That's exactly what kind of stuff I like to create. So this is how this one came out. Remember we did both of these at the same time as far as putting down all of our, basically our underpants, like Lori Maureen Jenkins likes to say. Isn't that, I think that turned out cool. I made prints of the, wait, no, I didn't make prints of this one. I have another one, another art piece that I've made prints of that it's in this style. The colors are different. I mean, it's in this style, in this grunge style. It'll be on my, it'll be in my Etsy shop in the next couple of days. So, I really, really like it. Okay, so I hope you like that. So that's what we're heading for. We're going to use that same color palette on this. But before we start doing the coloring, I have some other steps I take for more layers. So I'm going to take, I have these little ones. Aren't these cute? I picked these up. I got a whole bunch of them for like $3 or $4 on clearance at Hobby Lobby. This is that Archival Ink by Ranger. Love it. So Archival is important just because you don't want it, we're going to be putting more layers on top of this and we want it to stay, right? Also, I have the Ranger's Archival Ink in Sepia, the big one, so we'll be using that one too. This one here, put my glasses on, it's called Vintage Photo Archival Ink, and this one is Ground Espresso. So whatever you have, you know, you don't have to have these exact colors, but having it be archival, no matter what brand it is can really help so you don't, so it stays put. Really quickly, I added some stuff on here. I added on this page. See how this page is? I use my homemade washi tape, which I'm going to show you how to make homemade washi tape. How I make my homemade washi tape. I make it out of masking tape. That's going to be another upcoming video very soon. I was going to show you how some of my homemade washi tape turned out. I keep it in this thing right here. I got it Daiso. They have stuff like this in the office section at Dollar Tree. So I make homemade washi, and I make it on those plastic page dividers. So, isn't that cool? It's just really grungy. I love it. And I did this on, I made it on the jelly plate. Okay? So I'll show you how I do that. That'll be another video. Making washi tape on the jelly plate. And so I hooked this page together. This is 2 pages glued together. And then I attached it, like hinged it on with the piece of my homemade washi tape this way. And then like that. And so now I have this little flip, right? This right here is a pocket that I took 2 pieces of this. You know how you have to tear out some of your pages to prepare your book so it doesn't get too fat? I took 2 pages, glued 2 pages together, and then that's that right there. Okay, and then I took 2 more pages, so that's this part. Took 2 more pages to make the pocket, put some glue on it and glued these 2 together. Cut it off at about right here. So then I would cut it off right here, and that creates the pocket there. Okay, and in another video, and I also used, see how I have this nice, it's just really can be filled. It has a nice gusset. I use my hinges that I make. when I do this. And I will make, this will be another video on how to make pockets like this with hinges. Okay? And how I make the hinges, like if you want to do this before I make the video, is I take a piece of cardstock. You can use any color you want. And I go to my scoreboard and I score every inch. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. Okay, all the way across. I've already cut some of this. That's why it looks so small. And then right here I'll cut so that I have a hinge. Let me show you. This is just for those people who are like, I want to make hinges now. Okay, so now you have a hinge. You go like that. And you'll put your hinges with the crease part on the outside. So you'll put a hinge, you'll take your double stick tape, put a hinge here, put a hinge here, and put a hinge here. And make sure you put the folded side goes to the outside, okay? And then put another piece of washi, another piece of double stick tape, and then you can stick your thing on top. And then you have a more gusseted pocket and a more sturdy pocket. I love hinges. I'm trying to think of that lady's name. I learned from this one lady a long time ago when I first started making junk journals. They weren't junk journals then. They were something else. They were another type of journal. Anyway, okay. And what I make is I make artsy junk journals. So we can do our mixed media in it. We can do our junk journaling in it. We can do our art journaling. So it's really cool, I think. Okay. Oh, and we need tags too, right? For this, that's going to be another video on how to make tags. So we'll have a video on making washi tape on the gel plate. I'll have another video on making tags. And they'll be the same style to go in here. And when I make that video of how to make tags, we'll make a pocket, okay? That can go inside of one of these. All right. So let's continue this and finish this page up. Okay. And the reason I didn't do this yet, because this, this takes time. So, I figured, you know what, that just gives me an opportunity to have a different video. Okay, so let's take, I love this stamp. Isn't this fabulous? I got this stamp for $2.24. It was regularly, I won't go through all the prices of my stamps, but I just want to tell you, because when Hobby Lobby has those clearances, make sure you go and get some stuff. They always have them starting in January, and then throughout the year, but starting in January is where they really have, they clearance out the craft department. $8.99, I got it for $2.24. That's crazy. All right, so I'm going to use, I think this is Vintage Photo. And there's no rhyme or reason to which one I'm using. I just picked out these three. And something else I want to say is, and I stamp it in a couple places before I redo it. Go through, find some stamps. Don't find too many stamps. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but when you get too many things out, it becomes like a high pressure situation, and you have too many choices, you know. So I'm putting 2 stamps there so I can like be able to work on that. It just makes things go smoother if you don't have so many choices. Sometimes so many choices is like stressful. And even with your inks, pick out maybe 2 or 3 inks that you want to work with. So over here on the side, I picked out, I don't know, about 6 or 7 different stamps, which still sounds like a lot, but you guys, I'm horrible. I can pick out 20 stamps. I was watching somebody, and they just kept their supplies down that they were using, and I thought, you know what, that just simplifies the process. It simplifies the stress. Okay, I love this one right here. This is a calligraphy pen, and you guys, this is a Stampin' Up stamp. I got this plus a bunch of other pieces. I think this right here, which is a calligraphy nib. I got this came in like a whole pack, and I was at a craft garage sales, what they call it. It was in a hotel. That's what they call it. So I picked it up for like $5, you guys. A calligraphy pen stamp plus a bunch of other stamps. Oh my gosh. If you get a chance to ever go to a craft garage sale, go. Of course, I haven't been to one forever because of COVID, but they had them in the hotels here in Las Vegas. And you just got such good deals because it's just women who are just, you know, they're crafters and they want to sell their stuff. So another thing I went to, there was a craft store and it was going out of business. Sad to say. This was years ago, and I got a bunch of good stuff from that too. So just try to take advantage of those times when things are just dirt cheap. And just stock up your stash. So then when you do your projects, you just go to your stash and you didn't spend a ton of money. You took advantage of great deals. And I'm just, you know, stamping wherever. I don't really care where I'm stamping at. And this is a postage stamp. See how all this is really cool, funky stuff? I love this cross. Okay, this is another cool stamp. This came in this too. I think all this came together. Isn't that cool? And there's a couple other things too. This is a postage stamp. These will be used. Oh, the other thing I want to show you how to make is how to make your own postage stamps. Mixed media postage stamps. So I'll be showing you that. That'll be another video. And all that what I'm doing just gives more interest to your page, in my opinion. So, and I keep stamping till it's all gone. Okay, love this stamp right here. I think this was a Tim Holtz. It's a watch face. I probably put a watch face on everything I do. I love watches. My favorite things are watch faces, butterflies, dragonflies, music note paper, postage stamps, calligraphy pens. And the cool thing is I know how to do calligraphy. I got a book from Hobby Lobby when they're cleansing them out in a calligraphy pen, and the book is great. I was able to learn calligraphy. I worked on it for the last year. It's almost been 2 years since I've been doing calligraphy now. I need to do a video where I just do calligraphy. People have asked me about it and I haven't done it. Cool. And this here I didn't do any mixed media here. I just left the page kind of, do it half off the page. That's always cool to do half off the page. I was going to do something, but I thought, you know, that's cool just to leave the book page there. It just gives another dimension. Love this. Got this at Hobby Lobby. This was, see if I have the price on it. It says $5.49, but I probably paid $2 for it. Isn't this fabulous? Oh, obsessed. For this, I'm going to bust out with my larger pad. And this sepia color is gorgeous. This sepia color is good too to do, like, you know how you take Tim Holtz Distress ink and you'll distress the edges, or you'll distress a piece of paper to make it look old? Using this sepia is really, really pretty to do that. Okay, so we're just putting this wherever we want, and then I just kind of, I keep stamping just to clean off my stamp on my page. And my last one is this little pin nib. Like I said, it's a Stampin' Up! Stamp, and it came in with that calligraphy pen. And this is fun, just wherever. Okay. All right. Oh, I have one more stamp. This right here is so cool. It's a Holtz Stamp. You know, this wasn't cheap. This was regularly $9, $8.99. Got it for $2.24. Isn't that cool? Love that. Where do we want this? We'll put this right over this, over the sunflower, and we'll put it right here to finish it off. There we go. And when you keep stamping it in different places and it gets less and less and less, it gives a shadow and gives more depth to your page too. So, okay, so we're done with the stamps. I'll show you guys something. I keep all my favorite stamps that I love in these things from Dollar Tree. These right here. Because, I mean, I have tons of stamps, but my favorite stamps that I know I like to use all the time, I keep them in these. So when you see these, pick these up from Dollar Tree. I love them. Every year, I pick up 10 to 15 of them, which I know sounds obnoxious, but if you're a crafter or an artist, you have a lot of crap. So, and I always stack them in my garage, and then when I need some organizer like that, I have them ready to go for the year. Okay. No, you don't need to buy them and know exactly what you're going to do with them. Just do it, you know, just have them at the ready, because whenever you're going to organize something. The last one I'm going to use is this post-it, or this script stamp. It's my favorite stamp in the whole world. I use it on everything. I'm going to use that sepia color, the big palette of ink, and just put it on crazily. And this just gives, I just think it's beautiful. I think it just gives, this old world appearance to everything. Let me just do that again. Cool. And just finishing off whatever's left on my thing. Let's do up here a little bit. I need to get another one of these, the big sepia palettes. I can tell it's getting dried out. I've had it for like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, I need to get another one of those. They always seem to have this color in this one. Hopefully they still have it at Joann's. I bought probably 3 of them. They last a long time. Cool. And just kind of just stamp the excess ink off. Okay. Done with that. Alright, so next step, I'm just going to put this big one back. The next step is let's do some marks. Okay. Sometimes I use a black paint pen, but today I'm going to use this Faber-Castell pen here, marker pen. You can use whatever. And I'm going to do little crosses. Well, this one's kind of dried out. I pulled 2 of them, so I have another one, I believe. Yeah. This one's a Sakura Pigment Sensei. Okay, so we'll use this one. And I'm just going to do crosses. I'm going to do, I do like groups of 3. All these little things I do, I have learned from so many different artists here on YouTube. Okay, and then I always keep a cheat sheet of marks so that I don't have to always think of what, like, my mark making. So if you want to, you see that? You can kind of screenshot this or pause it and write these down and make yourself a little cheat sheet of marks. And that way you don't have to think about it. Like I can look on here and say, what other marks do I want to make today? I love this right here. Isn't that cool? We're going to make this somewhere. Do it right here. And none of these marks are hard. They're very simple, and you can always add to it when you see other mixed media artists here on YouTube, or you see something that you want to make a mark with. I'm making little dashes right here, making little dashes here. Dashes here would be really cute on the washi tape, like I sewed it in. Oh, this is cute. So you can always add to this. Add some little dashes here. Cool. Like I sewed. I'm making these little dash marks. Like I stitched, like little stitch marks, like I stitched some stuff in. That's cool. We'll do one more set of stitches right here. I'm just loving these stitches. Okay. I'm just gonna see if there's any other marks I want to make. I think that's it. You know what? I like these little birds. So we'll do those in threes, and I'll put a few here and there. And you can use, like I could have used brown, because that would really have gone with this background. I could have used, you know, I could use some other colors. Could use a little bit of a teal color. So you don't have to just stick with this black pen, but that's what I did for today. Well, honestly, I couldn't find, I reorganized my craft room, okay? And I reorganized myself right into a mess. I cannot find my paint pens. I can't think of what the heck I did with them. Anyway. I'll find them. Okay. Also, I have this gold metallic marker that I got from Hobby Lobby, or no, Dollar Tree, which is a great price for like a gold marker. I'm going to throw some more crosses in here in gold. Now, you're probably not going to be able to see these because they just mesh right in, which I love that they mesh right in. But they do add to the background, you know? Okay, just add a little extra something else to it. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do paint. So I have got some colors. My color palette is going to be, let me make sure you guys are still there. Okay, so my color palette is going to be this rusty color, like an oxide reddish brown color, that oxide color, and this dark color. So the oxide color I used was Liquitex, and what I did is I mixed equal parts of this really dark umber with this to make it more like an oxide, like that expensive oxide that Golden's makes. Then I used the brown just on its own. This is some chalk paint, which I like to use a lot of times. I like to use it on my jelly plate too because it gives a chalky finish. Excuse me. This color, I got this at Hobby Lobby when they're on sale for like $1. It's Castle. I love it. It's a real taupey color, so that's on here. And then I have a teal. Just showing the colors I'm using. And this is just an apple barrel Caribbean, like it's a teal color. I think this is the one I used. You know what, let me get another plate here, because we need to have room to work. Okay, so let's put these down here. All that over here. Just a second, I'm arranging myself. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to use a credit card. Here it is. Sometimes you can't see what's right in front of your face. I'm going to use a, this is my old Costco card. And I'm going to scrape the paint on. And by scraping it on, it really makes it look like it's been like peeled paint. It gives that peeled paint look. So, let me get a little more dark umber. It doesn't take much paint to do this. I have another technique of putting on paint and then wiping some paint off. And we still may wipe some paint off, so have a baby wipe nearby. If it gets too heavy in places, like it did right there, have a baby wipe ready. Like right there. I don't like it how heavy that is. So, and the baby wipe also smears. It'll remove what you don't want there. It'll also smear stuff, which will be great. And you get that smeared look, which is also just another texture. And you can even like smooth things, smear things out a little bit if you want the color to come down a little bit. And what I try to do is I try not to think too much about it all. Okay, see how it's just looking like pilled paint? I love it. This is, I'm happy when I see this. All right, I need a little bit more brown. Okay, so we're gonna smear some brown into here. There we go. And I really like that sunflower right there, so I don't really want to go over my sunflower too much. So I'm really being careful about that. I'm going to smear this a little bit down. Smear that down a little, smear that down a little bit. Okay. Yes, smearing is a painting term. Okay. And then I want to use some of that oxide color that I created. And again, I'll wipe some of it off because I want to definitely keep exposed these license plates. Some of it is license plates. But I like some of the paint over the license plate, which is cool. I can do that. Definitely need to smear this out and remove a little bit. There's cool stuff behind it that we want to reveal. There we go. Try to keep my mat clean here. Okay. And then, did I get the... There we go. That is why I have the mirror, so that I can make sure that I am in focus. There. There. And there. What is it here? Okay, I'm just cleaning my card off. Just a little bit. Sometimes cleaning off makes the best stuff. Let's scrape that on there. Cool. Now the last one I want to do is I want to take a little bit of that taupey lighter color. This color right here. taupey lighter color, I just kind of go over things that we've already painted. And it just lightens things up a little bit. This is instead of using white on this. But I think the white would not, I think the white would be too white. But this taupey color, I think is perfect. Alright, I'm going to wipe some of this off because for one, I want that sunflower to be visible. A little bit of paint over the sunflower is fine, but my sunflower is starting to disappear, and I don't want my sunflower to disappear. So, let's remove some of this from my sunflower. Cool. So it's like a sunflower is appearing among all this other stuff, you know? At the same time, we could have a little bit of this brown color, just a little bit, coming down right here onto the sunflower. There we go. I don't want my sunflower covered, but it looks kind of cool to have some brown in there. Okay, so let's just try bringing that down and removing some of it. Now I really like it. Sometimes it's the removal part that makes it cool. A lot of times it's the removal part that makes it cool. Okay, expose these license plates a little bit more. There we go. Love it. I love how this looks. Okay, so I think we're going to stop there with the paint. I'm going to pause you guys for a minute because I need to dry this, and then we're going to do our last steps of finishing up this page, okay? So let me go ahead and pause you guys, and I'll be back. Okay guys, we're back. Okay, so we're going to do the last finishing steps to finishing up these pages. And let me just make sure I'm in frame. There we go. Also, the thing you can do, I just want to show you some different things you can pull out. You can pull out some of your stickers. I know that sounds crazy, but if they're vintagey stickers, you can put those on here. You can put washi tape on here. You can put your handmade stamps. Right at this point, I could have done this before or after the paint, but I'm going to do it after the paint because I actually almost forgot. See these stamps? These are rub-on transfers. Look how vintage they are. This what I'm talking about. There's stuff like this at Dollar Tree. Pick it up when you see it. And pick up a few of them because, you know, they go quick. So I've cut out some of these rub-ons. So I'm going to so some people, this might be your first time seeing a rub-on and seeing how they work. They're so simple, so easy. So I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to cut, I'm trying to see how I want to cut this. I'm going to have to do it like that. I'm going to cut that out where I have the perfume bottle and the brush. And then I like this necklace. And then I like that attitude. And we'll put that somewhere else. We'll put this back in my package and use that somewhere else. Okay, I need to grab a popsicle stick. They have these popsicle sticks at Dollar Tree. So much mixed media stuff you guys can buy at Dollar Tree. Even their acrylic paint is really good for mixed media. So these fat ones, these tongue depressors, I love those ones. There's a lot of uses for those. Okay, so how you use these is take off the backing, and you cut out whatever you want. Take up the backing and stick it. There's a sticky side down. And I'm going to find a place where I want this at. And I think I want this right here. And it'll stick down a little bit. And what you do is you just take your tongue depressor and you just go over it. You can also use a popsicle stick. It doesn't have to be the fat ones. If you don't have that, you could probably use a spoon. Anything that you can use to do this. Okay. And I think it's cool if everything comes off, and if I only have part of it off, that looks cool because it gives it more of that, you know, vintage vibe. Okay, so let's just look and see. Okay, oh, see, some of it didn't come off, but so I have like a little bit of missing from the perfume bottle. I love it. That just adds to it. Remember I said that. So this one right here, these words. So take off that part, and we'll put this up here. And see how I make decisions quick? The quicker you make these decisions when you're doing grunge work like this, the better it's going to look. The grungier it's going to look. You're not looking for perfection, obviously. Okay, I think we're good. Let's peel it off. Awesome. Love that. And I love it because it just gets so flat on the page. It becomes a part of the page. I love it. This right here, I'm going to put that right there. I guess some paint got on here. Thought I got everything dry, but obviously there was a little bit of paint somewhere. Like I said, this could have been done before I applied the paint. Or it could be done after. It could be done at any step. They were sitting over here in my pile of stuff, and I almost forgot about them. And I thought, well, I want to add these in. So if you got some cool vintage stickers that, you know, can lay nice and flat, those could be really cool. So especially if they go with your theme. Like this is very grunge. And these just fit perfectly in that. Okay. Cool. Some is still left on there, and I'm fine with that. This makes it look grungier. Okay. That's what I like about this style of art. There are no mistakes. They're like Bob Ross paintings. There's no mistakes. Just happy little accidents. And it's just happy little accidents just make it look better. Okay. What else am I doing? Okay, the last part is I'm going to use some black. Throw this on the ground. I'm going to use some black paint. You can even get the black paint. Make sure you get the acrylic paints, not that other paint, that poster paint, acrylic paints. They have black in this. You can get that from Dollar Tree. But this is just some black paint I have. Black, you know, acrylic paint, Apple Barrel, whatever, cheapy cheap. I'm going to use some of my stencils. I have this stencil, which I love. So I gotta find places for some stuff. You know what? This one is actually just too big for the book. I use this on the page I did. So we'll use this one. This is a Andy Skinner stencil. It's a stencil. It's one of my favorites. So let's begin. I'm going to put Paris right here up at the top. Sometimes I pounce and sometimes I rub. Oh, and this is just a little makeup wedge. And just a little bit of paint. And if things don't come out perfect, again, that just adds to the grunginess of it all. So I don't worry about if things don't come out perfect. I'm going to use the numbers right here. Right at the bottom. And I love this stencil. It's looks very Tim Holtz. Andy Skinner and Tim Holtz are very similar styles. I wonder if they want me saying that about them. But it's true. They both have that cool grungy style. So 1812 there. We're going to do... What else do I want to do? I'm going to do this little, I forgot what this symbol is, but we're going to do it right here. Hope I don't have too much paint on there. Cool. Okay, switch over to another stencil. Here's another Andy Skinner stencil, which I love. I'm going to put 751 over here in the corner. There we go. And I'm not stressing about any decision I make. I'm just going with the flow. Here's 4, 5, 6. So we're going to use that right here. So if you want this stencil, I think, you know, it's hard to find these because these are old stencils. They've been around for a long time, but they're Andy Skinner stencils, so you can see what they look like. Just go on Amazon or eBay. Check eBay first because eBay is always cheaper. If not, Amazon has them. Because I ordered I ordered doubles of one of these because I want to always have these stencils. I just love them. I think they're just the best. They're so cool. In fact, I need to look up what other stencils Andy Skinner has put out recently. Originally, I bought these at Tuesday Morning on clearance, not clearance, just I bought these for like nothing, like $2 or $3, like $2. But when I bought it the second time on Amazon, I paid full price. But you use these stencils over and over, so they're so worth it. If I had to pay $5 or $6, $7, $8, it's worth it. Something that you can use over and over. And I use these so much, as you can see. So I love how this looks. I need to put something here. I think this whole thing's gonna go here. Ticket number 37, and this will be the last thing we do here. See how that looks. Perfect. That's when we did. That's the part of here where we didn't even put any mixed media on there. I just did all stamping over the book page. Fabulous. Do I want anything else? I think this is good. Yeah, I like it. All right, so we're going to stop there. I pulled way more stencils than that out, so we don't need more of that. I pulled out this cool cross. It's a sponge stamp. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and I love it. I don't see where I want to put. I kind of want to put it like right here. You know what? Let's do that. So I'm putting on this paint, black paint on here. It also takes ink really good too, but I'm going to do paint. Okay. But paint's probably the best with this spongy type of stencil. Cool. It didn't completely come out even. Again, who cares? That looks so cool. And I'm just going to take a dry paper towel and just wipe off the paint. And I should get the paint wiped off. And I think, oh, the last thing we're going to do, last thing, is you can take a water-soluble crayon like the Jane Davenport, Faber-Castell. These are all in black, and oil pastel. You can use like a chalk pencil in black. You can use a Stabilo, or you can use a watercolor pencil, okay? I'm going to use the water-soluble crayon, and I'm going to use Jane Davenport. This is to go ahead and just go around your edges to give that finished look. I'm only going to do this one page, and I'll finish this off camera. But this gives it that really nice finish. And you can use your spit, but I'm going to use a baby wipe. Just a little corner of a baby wipe. What does a baby wipe do? A baby wipe smears. It smears real nice. So, and that'll smear, and it happens really quickly. It creates that nice little smoky edge to finish off your artwork. It's wet enough right there that I can. Okay, so we'll finish that off camera. I'll finish up and, you know, smoke everything else out around all the edges. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. The next thing we'll do is I will do a video on making tags, mixed media tags. That'll go in here. Oh, some of the paint. Okay, there we go. Some of the paint seeped through there. Almost stuck that together. Oh, glad I got that unstuck. That would have not been fun. Okay, anyway. So the next thing we'll do, the next video I make, we'll make tags. We'll make a whole bunch of tags so that we have a bunch of tags ready to go for any of the pages. For any of you guys, especially who are just following me and using our jelly prints and all of our different book pages and ephemera and scrapbook paper to do this kind of work, okay? And definitely using our jelly prints, because I love the jelly prints. Okay, you guys, that is it. And then this just folds up like this. Oh, you know what? There's a front cover. Look, we didn't even do the front cover. So I'll do the front cover off camera. But look, that's the front cover. Isn't that cool? You know what? Just for a change of pace, I'm going to do nothing to the front cover. I love the way it looks. I'll just throw a little bit of this around the edges. And we'll leave the front cover the way it is. Okay? And that's the other page that I did before. I just love it. I just love the grunge. Okay, you guys, that is it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, link below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Come visit me and come join our magical little place. If you do some artwork like this, you can come in and display your artwork in the shop. If you have a YouTube channel, if you have a YouTube video, a tutorial, if you're selling anything, you can do anything like that in my group, okay? And share it with the group. I try to promote, what I like to do is promote everybody as much as I can. And it's a very nice, safe group to come to. So that is it, you guys. And let me know below if you're going to try your hand at making a artsy junk journal out of a book, and if you like this type of style, if you want to try this type of style. Okay, you guys, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.